Hey guys, and welcome to the first part of this week's Coffee and Hero Show. I'm going to take you through the new stuff that's into the store this week in terms of omnibuses, hardcovers, and trade paperbacks. So plenty to get through this week, to say the least. So we kick things off with The Expanse, the first of a trilogy of graphic novels, no less. Andy Diggle on writing duties here with the artist Rubine, and this is a way of broadening the Expanse universe. So one there for the fans of the TV show. Next up we have Frank Frazetta's Death Dealer, Volume 1. So these have been being printed through Opus Comics. A character Frazetta created called Death Dealer. And you've got some great creators on this as well. Mitch Everson, writing and drawn by Stefano Martino, Leonardo Manco and Alex Median. Plus a special short story written by Torren Grombach and drawn by Diego Galandino as well. So one for the Frazetta fans. Speaking of stuff for fans of, we have a nice little slew of Garth Ennis stuff this week. So we got back in stock Chronicles of Wormwood. I've been told so many good things about this, haven't read it myself. It's described as Armageddon and the Antichrist from the creator of Preacher, so I think you know exactly what you're going to get. As well as that, we've got one of the volumes, Volume 2, which is the called The Last Battle. So in both cases, written by Garth Ennis. First book is drawn by Jason Burrows, second by Oscar Jimenez. And another one, altogether more local, shall we say, is Dix. Dix, of course, short for Detectives. This is a Garth Ennis book set in Belfast, drawn by John McCrae, local artist as well. And I think we've got Volume 2 on the shelves. This is through Avatar Comics. So we should have volumes 1, 2 and 3 in the shop. But suffice to say, not for younger readers and full of lots of Ennis's brand of comedy, shall we say. Next up we have Anna Mercury. This is from Warren Ellis with art by Facundo Percio. Looks to be a spy book, which looks pretty good to me. Reminds me a little bit of Velvet, which of course was Ed Brubaker and Steve Epting. So I might pick that up myself. House of Slaughter volume back in stock. So again, topping up the Boom Studios section at the moment. You'll see a few Boom titles through here. So House of Slaughter, making sure we have the full run of that. Of course, a spin-off from Something That's Killing the Children. Latest volume of Spawn the Scorched out this week as well. So Sean Lewis has been writing, Stefan Segovia on art there, and then Todd McFarlane does some art in this as well. This collects issues 13 to 18. This came in last week, but sold out last week and back in stock this week. So we have Nightwing Leaping Into the Light, this is the trade paperback collection. As I say, a slightly cheaper option in case you don't want to just stick with the hardcovers. You can jump into the trade paperbacks, although the trades do get released a little slower. DC do tend to print the hardcovers first and then the trade paperbacks down the line. Speaking of DC, classic back in stock as well. Crisis on Infinite Earths. Worlds lived, worlds died, and the DC universe was never the same. So this was all about basically condensing the DC universe into one timeline. Marv Wolfman, George Perez, absolute classic. Alex Ross cover. Some Marvel ones up for you now. Latest volume of Venom out this week. So we're up to volume 5 from Al Ewing's run with the title Predestination. This covers Venom 22 to 25 and material from the Free Comic Book Day Spider-Man Venom as well. We have a one-shot book which is part of sort of the Marvel retro line called Magneto. Magneto Was Right. This was a 4-issue miniseries written by J.M. DeMatteis, art by Todd Nowick. A blast from the past set when Magneto was headmaster of Xavier's school. Second volume of Scarlet Witch out this week as well, so Steve Orlando continuing on with this. This does very well for us in single issues actually. So at hitting trades, I'm sure there'll be quite a few people picking this up. This is issue 6 to 10, which I believe closes out the run. A couple of DC hardcovers up next. So you've got Night Terrors. So this was the horror-based event from DC Comics that came out towards the end of last year. Joshua Williamson writing, Howard Porter mostly on art. You also had some Giuseppe Camicoli art as well. So this has Night Terrors 1 to 4, Night Terrors First Blood number 1, Night's Terror Night's End, and Dawn of DC Night Terrors Free Comic Book Day Special. One that really goes hard this week, although we were supposed to have more copies of this, they weren't all sent. Should be here next week. But this is fantastic. Peacemaker tries hard. Kyle Stark, Steve Pugh. If you like the TV show, jump straight into this. It's like another season of the TV show. Pitch perfect comedy, great art, just a really, really fun read. It was a 6-issue mini in total. And also check out our Kyle Stark's podcast interview we did a couple of weeks ago there, where he talks extensively about that. Next up is Static Shadows of Dakota, another hardcover miniseries. This is from the Milestone Comics range, celebrating the 30th anniversary, of course. So this has Shadows of Dakota 1 to 7, but also has the one-shot static team up with Anansi. So number 1 there. So some of the DC mangas in this week, these have been continuing to come out. So we're on to Volume 2 of Batman Justice Buster. We have Volume 3 of Superman Meshi, and Volume 3 of Joker 1 Operation Joker. Talking about getting some of our favourite stuff in, so I got the complete line of DC Vampires in, so all of the hardcovers here. So what that is it's split into 2 volumes of the main series, which is James Tynion and Matthew Rosenberg writing that, and then you have Matthew Rosenberg and Alex Packnadel writing DC vs. Vampires All Out War, which is the mini-series that went alongside it, a couple of one-shots, 6-issue mini, but that's the entire DC vs. Vampires thus far. Cracking book. Just another one of those ones where it's not beholden to continuity, so you can play fast and loose with characters' fates, which is pretty sweet. Next up we have Creature Commandos present Frankenstein Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. So James Gunn's already announced that he's going to be doing Creature Commandos as an animated show as part of the new DCU. So they're obviously starting to get some of the older material out. So this contains material from Grant Morrison, Doug Mahnke, Jeff Lemire, and Alberto Ponticelli. So what that includes is it was a 4-issue miniseries, Seven Soldiers Frankenstein. So that's the Grant Morrison stuff. And then you have Frankenstein Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. From Jeff Lemire, which I believe is during the New 52. So that is this week. I was talking about, obviously, bulking out the Boom section, so we're getting in the Dune book, so obviously in anticipation of the sequel coming out, I believe in March. So you've got House of Atreides, you've got The Waters of Camley, you've got Tales from Arrakeen and House Harkonnen. So all back in stock and in the Boom Studios section. This is one I read last week that I haven't been able to get for a while. I took this to sorry, someone banging on the window. I took this to England with me last weekend. Absolutely fantastic stuff from Daniel Warren Johnson called Murder Falcon. Got the hardcovers back in stock this week. And then we finish off then with Spider-Man Ben Reilly, which is part of the omnibus for Spider-Man Ben Reilly. This is Volume 2. Volume 1 is on the shelves. This basically is the shocking conclusion of the Clone Saga. So it includes all the issues, sensational, amazing, all kinds of stuff. So there we go. And I will get this up for you now. There'll of course be the single issue book later on as well. As ever guys, hope you enjoyed this. Hope it proved useful and I look forward to seeing you in store. Take it easy.